China Indonesia sendiri contoh CF1800A. So I will discuss about two things, which is introduction. Ground improvement has been development also through Asian history. So this kind of soil improvement is the most crucial part. Please consider when we have to build some buildings to make sure that the soil areas, the soil failures can be diminished, okay, or minimize the risk. Okay. This help a lot the cognitive improvement on particular areas as engineer structure, built as house and factory. So increasing tough to find a suitable site, because we have to discover a lot of area which we have to study first the soil condition. Okay. So rapid urban industry growth, we might increase more land. So that's why I'm saying the land that is right now is less than less, because there is a lot of demand. Okay, so development must be improvised, must be increased in certain areas. So the soil improvement is the crucial part to make sure the building factories or houses around that surround areas can be built in safe condition. What is the aim of ground soil improvement? The aim is to increase the bearing capacity of soil and reduce the settlement. By ground improvement technique, the strength of the soil increases, it is compressibility minimized, the performance under applied load enhanced on the ground. As a result of the building structure like building, highway and railways and other structure. Okay. Therefore, engineers are about adapting clay and weak soil for construction. I give you an example. Highland Tower, December 1983. The issue is when the soil below the buildings is weak conditions. So this happened tragedy with 48 casualties and a lot of losses of money and services and everything. So that's why this is important thing to discuss.
Assalamualaikum and greeting to Doctor. I'm Ashraf Azmian, C1011. So, my part is application of geotechnical engineering in construction. So, what we know is geotechnical study is count as preliminary work at construction. Yes, we can see that in Eurocode they have considered geotechnical study as a preliminary work before we continue to structure analysis. Genetic study need to study more particular and more detailed, because if you didn't find the geotechnical story on the site, we can even proceed to structure building. Okay, then different site has different condition of soil, and in Malaysia itself they have hard soil, soft soil, swamp, the river paste and the sea paste. Okay, so in our case study, what attract me a lot is slopes the stability and slope failure. Okay, as we can see here, there are 4 types of shallow slope in construction. First, slope failure is, okay, you can see this slope area at the slanting area. This is base, upper base, and this is lower base. Okay, the first slope failure is this shallow slope failure. Slope failure is happen when say at upper base and at the middle of the slope area. Okay, the second one is slope failure. Slope failure at the upper base and the toe. The toe is basically the end of the slope. Okay, the third one is base failure. Base failure is the failure from upper base to lower base. Okay, before we study geotechnical engineering, actually, we can even know that a building can construct here at the slope area. But with the deeper study of geotechnical engineering, we can study a lot on this area. We can even build a structure here. See, at the slope area. So in the geotechnical engineering study. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Abi Zarin, and now we're gonna focus on the case study of our project. From the citation of reliability and human factors in geotechnical engineering from Robert Bay, geotechnical uncertainties into four categories with respect to major failures accidents as natural variability, modeling or designing, human and organizational, or for knowledge base. Landslide occurrence factors based on Malaysian statistics. 58% is the majority of the causes is by design errors, 19% by construction error, 7.5% by maintenance error, 7.5% management error, 5.7% by geotechnical ground condition, and 1.9% by human causes. Firstly, we're gonna focus on the landslide that occurs in Bukit Antarabangsa. As you can see in the picture on the left side, it's an overall overview of the landslide occurrence on the site. And at the bottom, we can see the cross-sectional where the landslide happens to obstruct the placement of housing area. This study investigates the cause of the Bukit Antarabangsa landslide by analyzing a pipe burst event which, according to previous studies, triggered the landslide. Next, Highland Tower. Highland Tower is a 3-block apartment with a 12-story height. The failure is caused by instability of pile foundation, which is related to the case of Bukit Antarabangsa of the pipe burst that causing the water in the soil become oversaturated. As we can see here is another case study in Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu Sabah, where the management office, half of it is demolished because the soil failure. It is analyzed that the major cause of the cracks in this, as you can see here, is expected to be triggered by differential settlement that occurred on the foundation of the building. Ground improvement is recommended to process of altering unsuitable in situ or borrowed soil to improve selected engineering characteristic at a lower cost and with better quality control than we can obtain by replacement, bridging over or past the unsuitable material.
So we go to the conclusion. So based on what the case study, we understand that the purpose of soil improvement is a crucial thing to be done. Okay, we so understand the important thing and how crucial works to be done of soil improvement. So this soil improvement works is a crucial part when you succeed to handle it, to make sure the bill is safe to live. So it will lead the project successful beyond the time frame that that we that the building can handle. Okay. Um, so in general, soil failure, cause of shear failure involve total rupture of the underlying soil, which continuous shear failure of the soil element from below footing the ground to the ground surface is happened. So to handle this issue, so we need to do soil improvement process. So why we do the soil improvement process? Because by improving engineering performance by altering of any property of soil such as strength, reduce permeability, reduce permeability, or improve groundwater condition. So the soil improvement will keep away the collision failure of risk, loss of property, and life. So there is many things you can positive feedback by doing this, about the money, about the casualties, about the property. Property. So these things is the most important thing. Okay, we don't want it happen such as we focus on what we discuss about what happened at the Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu, Kota Kinabalu Industry Park, at Sabah, Malaysia, which give current issue that happens near to us, which half of building must have been demolished. Okay, because of soil failure happen. So the building is not safe to live. So they have to do some improvement to make sure that the building, the half building that they destroyed, when they build it back, if they want to build it back, to make sure the area is safe to live, to give a service